If you run an e-commerce brand and you're spending thousands of dollars a week on paid advertising through Google or Meta, or maybe you're even getting a lot of organic traffic, you need to watch this video because it's going to go over exactly how to ascend your customers through your funnel until they buy from you or until they buy from you again. And so we're going to go over the exact strategy that our clients use to ascend their customers so that they're not wasting 95% of their site traffic that they're generating and spending a lot of money on through paid advertisement. So, diving into this video, we're going to basically be going over the ecom email marketing value ladder and how it ascends your customers to the point until they're sold and why it works. So, if you're spending money on ads or your brand's getting a lot of traffic through influencer marketing, UGC, organic content, you're spending a lot of money on Google ads or Meta ads, you're driving all this traffic to your site. If you're one of the best brands out there, if you're in the top 10% of Shopify conversion rates, your brand's only converting about 5.2% of your site traffic if you're in the top 10% of brands, which leaves a lot of other people who hit your site and then left. They didn't purchase. You spent 95 cents to the dollar to get them there, but then they left. So 95% of your paid traffic is just being wasted. And so if you're only able to at best convert 5-6% of that traffic, how do you go ahead and double the amount of people that you're capturing and sending offers to? So how do you convert those other 95% of people? Well, all this traffic is coming into your site, and what you're wanting to do, and you probably already have one of these, and if you don't, you definitely should. You have an opt-in. So you have a pop-up on your site, whether that's a pop-up in the middle of your site or if it's at the bottom, you have a footer opt-in. You should have a mobile and desktop version of each of these. And what that is going to do is it's going to capture at least 8 to 12% of the site traffic that hits your site into your email list. Well, once they're in your email list, what we need to be doing is one, increasing the chances that the customer converts, but we also need to keep them in the funnel long enough for that to occur. And so, how do we get them in the funnel? Well, it's through an opt in. But more importantly, how are we getting these people through the funnel and increasing their chances of converting? So, when we're doing this, what we're trying to do here is increase the perceived value of our products and increase the trust that our customers have within the brand. So, how do we do this? You've probably heard about the flows and the flows of an email marketing funnel. So you have the welcome series, you have the site abandonment flow, the browse abandonment flow, abandoned cart, abandoned checkout. And this is the funnel essentially that someone ascends through in order to purchase. So if they are in the welcome series, maybe they purchase, but maybe they don't. Maybe they land on the website but then leave. Well, then they're in the site abandonment. They abandon the site. Maybe you got them back to the site through this flow, or maybe in the welcome flow that they browsed a product. Now that they've browsed a product, maybe they left again. So how do you push them further down the funnel? Well, you get them through your browse abandonment flow, and maybe they go one step further. Maybe they abandon cart the next time. They leave their cart, they leave for a couple of days, you send them a couple of emails. Maybe you get them to go back to checkout. Maybe they abandon again. It's not too often that someone goes through each of these one by one by one by one, but it's important to have your funnel set up to where someone can, because the whole idea of this funnel is this welcome series is yes to convert them, but push them further down the funnel. So the whole goal here is to get them here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then all the way up until they're sold. So if someone adds to cart, maybe they leave, maybe they start checkout and leave. All we're trying to do is keep them in our funnel, keep nurturing them, keep sending them valuable educational content about our products to increase the perceived likelihood that they purchase, increase the perceived value of our products, and also send them a bunch of social proof and increase the trust that they have with us. So how do you actually ascend someone through these funnels and these email flows? Well, if we go to the next step here, you have your opt-in, and we'll kind of take you through each step and what the goal here is and how you're increasing that perceived value and perceived trust. So you have an opt-in, which has your front end offer. Maybe it's a discount, maybe it's a dollar amount off, maybe it's a free gift with purchase, maybe it's a free digital product. The whole goal here is to convert them into your email list, which is then going to get them into the next step. We've successfully ascended them from site traffic that did not convert into the first step of our email marketing funnel, which is the welcome series or the welcome flow for new customers, new first time non-buyers is essentially the flow. So welcome series for non-buyers. What is the goal here? Well, you want to get through to them what your brand story is, what's your mission. Talk about your about us, page on your website. What is special about you guys, and make sure they understand who you are, what you're all about. You also want to educate them on the brand and the product, not just the brand, but also the product. So who you are, what you sell, why what you sell is better than everybody else, what's unique about it, and why they should buy it from you. Then when you get them there, maybe they don't convert, but maybe they abandon the site. You just want to remind them of what you guys sell, what you guys are all about, and try to push them further down the funnel so that they view a product. Maybe you show some of your best sellers, and we'll kind of get into that in details a little bit more, but you just want to remind them. In the browser abandonment, you want to reduce the risk, not just necessarily the browser abandonment, but as you ascend them, you want to reduce risk. You want to promote the products that they've abandoned. You want to maybe offer incentive as they get further and further down the funnel. Maybe they have the chance to buy, but maybe it's 14 days after they've abandoned their checkout and they still haven't come back to purchase, but they're still opening those emails. Maybe you offer some incentive a couple emails down the line. So what is this doing? Well, the goal here and how we're going to increase this perceived value of the product and trust from our brand, we're going to want to flood these flows, because each of these are separate email flows. You want to flood those with social proof, and you want to flood those with unique selling propositions, USPs, about your brand. So what is unique about you guys? What's unique about what you sell? Your origin story, anything unique about you guys that differentiates you and talks about your products, features and benefits, and things like that, things of that nature. You want to flood in these flows. You also want to create some urgency. So maybe you do that with incentives. Maybe you do that with product promos. You just want to increase the urgency for them to buy. So as you're pushing them through this funnel, they're seeing more and more of your content. So it's kind of a compounding effect where they're in the welcome flow. If they're in the welcome flow, they're not necessarily receiving campaigns. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, depends on your brand, but they're not receiving any of these other flows. So you want to push them further. What's going to get them further? If they're a brand new person to your site, they're a non-buyer, brand story and education. What's going to get them to remember, or what's going to get them back to the site? It's reminding them that, hey, you viewed our site. Here's why you viewed our site. Here are some things that we sell on our site. Here's some things you might have missed. They're in the browser abandonment flow. They're looking at your product, but they haven't converted yet. Why did they view the product page and not convert? Well, maybe they didn't know enough about the product. Maybe you needed to reduce some risk. Tell them about your welcome, your money back guarantees and the fact that you have a 30-day trial period, things of that nature. That's what you're trying to accomplish here as you ascend them through your funnel, specifically your pre-purchase flows of your email marketing campaign or your email marketing funnel. So what's the next step here? Well, we'll kind of break down what is in these flows and how to properly increase the perceived value and trust of these customers about your brand and the products that you guys sell. So in this welcome flow, you have your front end offer. Maybe you're delivering that percentage off, maybe the discount, the free gift with purchase. Maybe there's a free shipping threshold that you want to talk about there. Those are the things in your front end offer, and that should be in your first email. The second email, you're going to have your brand story. Go into depth, give them the details. The more information you give them, the higher the chances that they're going to buy from you, because they don't value, or they don't see you as every other brand. They value something specific about your brand, and that's what's going to get them to convert. The third email, you're going to have social proof. You want to prove to them, not just through your copy and through your headlines, but through reviews and social proof and Trustpilot ratings and features from articles or celebrity highlights or things of that nature. You want to let them know that this isn't just you saying it, but it's other people saying it about your brand. So social proof is a huge component of a lot of these flows, and you'll see it in here another time. Then you want to talk about your best sellers. If they've received these emails, but maybe they haven't, maybe they don't know exactly what you sell yet. So what you want to do is you want to show them what other people are buying. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, well, if so many other people are buying this, maybe I should check it out." Then you want to talk about more of your unique selling propositions. What is unique about you guys? Really highlight the uniqueness of your brand here, because that's what they need. They don't know why you're different than the generic brand on Amazon, or the product that they can go walk through Walmart or Target and pick up when they're there Thursday on an afternoon after work getting some milk. Why is it that they should inconvenience themselves to purchase from your brand, specifically what's unique about you that they can't get elsewhere, that they can't get at the convenience store local in town? Once they're in that flow and they've received those emails, let's say they abandoned site. So what's special about this flow? You need to guide them. The whole point here is to remind them and to give them a gentle nudge that your brand exists and that they were there for a reason. So just remind them of those reasons. Maybe you show your best sellers. Maybe you show your collections. Maybe you show a clip from a viral UGC video that you had that maybe is like, oh yeah, I actually have seen these people on TikTok or Instagram Reels before. That's why I actually viewed their site. So let me go back and see what the whole hype is about and why people are purchasing from them. Then, once they've viewed your product and they've left the site, you need to remind them again of what they abandoned, like what product did they not convert with. So show them the product, maybe show some reviews of that product, like here, the social proof. Prove to them again that this isn't just you saying all these good things about your brand. Highlight the reviews and bonus points if you can do this specifically about the product that they abandoned. Then you want to reduce risk. You want to use some urgency here if you offer a discount, but you want to reduce risk in ways that, like, hey, did you know that this product has a 30-day money back guarantee? Did you know this product has a lifetime warranty against manufacturing defects? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Remind them of what they did not know or they already knew, but reduce the risk. The product features. So show the actual product that they purchased again and do a whole email about it. Maybe it's let's just say it's a handbag. Maybe you want to do a product feature about what it's made out of, where the idea came from, what's the functionality behind it. Maybe you want to talk about why it's better than the other competitors in the space. Maybe you want to offer incentive at this point if they're a couple emails down the line and they haven't purchased yet. All you're trying to do is get them back into the website, further down the funnel. So the next step here is abandoned cart and abandoned checkout are kind of the same flow here, but you want to handle the objections differently, and we'll talk about that. So in the abandoned cart or abandoned checkout flow, you want to give them a quick bump and remind them of what they forgot. So show them what they abandoned in their cart or in their checkout and reminding them why they were looking at it in the first place, the benefits of it. And then email 3, you want to reduce risk again. So think about the objections someone might have when they've abandoned their cart versus abandoned checkout. Someone might be talking about free shipping. Someone might think that, oh, I thought that shipping was going to be a lot cheaper. I thought it was free. I thought it would be faster. What are the different objections here? You know, if they've abandoned the cart, maybe they're shopping around looking at competitors. So you need to talk about why you're better than competitors. You want to do another promo of the product. So you want to talk about exactly why they should be purchasing the product that's in their cart. Remind them of all the features and benefits that they're going to get, why their life is going to be better. Really sell the identity change that your brand is selling with your product. And then if they're this far down in the funnel and they haven't purchased yet, and you've already sent them 4 or 5 emails in your abandonment flows, go ahead and offer an incentive. You know, this can start small and increase as time goes on, or it can just go into a quick 10% off if your order value is $75 or more. Maybe you have bulk incentives. So if you are a consumable brand, if you're a CPG brand, we offer a $15 off if your order is above $200 or more. Remind them of these things, and that might increase your average order value, but the whole goal here is to convert them through some sort of incentive if they're this far in the funnel and they haven't purchased yet. Or some brands can convert these customers because they're so far down in the funnel without an incentive. So it's up to you to determine whether you have the lifetime value capability to offer an incentive on these first time purchases. So that's a huge thing. Doing these things with your flows is going to increase the perceived value. I know I keep saying this, but it's super important. This is why a customer buys from you, because their perceived value of the product and their trust with your brand has increased over time as their time in this funnel has increased, because their chances of converting increase as the time goes on in this funnel, as the compounding effect of this content takes place, as you flood them with social proof and unique selling propositions and urgency. These are the things that are going to convert your customers in your funnel. And so this is how you're going to stair step them into purchasing and being sold on your product. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions about any steps here, about any of these flows. I'm going to be doing a breakdown of each of these flows, why they work, how to go about building them in Klaviyo. I'll show you some examples. I'll show you some templates, and each video is going to be a training on one of these flows specifically, and we'll go over exactly how to implement this into your e-commerce brand's email marketing software. Specifically, Klaviyo is what we're going to be showing you. SendLane's another great option. If you're not using any of those two options, you're probably behind the curve. You need to get on Klaviyo or SendLane ASAP. If you're starting fresh, maybe SendLane's a good option for you. We're going to go over a lot of Klaviyo tips and tricks here, because a big portion of this is just understanding the Klaviyo nuances and the technical aspects of how to actually implement these things into your systems. But it's super simple once you get the hang of it. And if it's something that you're not interested in wasting your time on, but you know it's valuable and you know you want it done, go to the link in the description. There's some trainings there, as well as a link to our website, AdSumo Digital, where you can book a call with us. We can audit your strategy, your email marketing strategy, and we'll kind of go through how we can implement this value ladder within your brand if you're struggling on how to do that for yourself. So let me know if you have any questions. Drop a like, drop a comment below. Let me know what was most valuable in this video, and make sure you subscribe.